If we can agree that each child starts out with their own special little alchemy, the passions and talents, then why are our schools structured to churn them out at the end like similar widgets? This is Louisa Ulrich-Verderber of St. Albans, Vermont. Her high school was progressive enough to let her paint an entire teacher's bathroom to prove some geometry proficiency. Today's video share has had 42 million views for a reason. Even if you don't think you care much about this subject, give it a look, and then we will circle back to how Sir Ken Robinson's ideas about schools can still be relevant to every one of us. If you've had your own good and bad experiences in our failing educational system, you'll be transformed. And this guy is very funny to enjoy. I love a particular key point brought out by Sir Ken. Kids are not afraid to be wrong, and it's important to keep that impulse strong in our children. Instead, our schools are structured to punish being wrong. And where are we for that? I wonder if we've created generations of people who want to take chances. There's almost no risk at all in staying home, online shopping, gaming, or playing fantasy sports. Creative curriculum. What if we all could tap back into our 9-year-old sense of adventure and courage? Would we take our hobbies and actually make something we could sell? Would we go out to have real adventures instead of gaming? Would we play more sports ourselves at any age? Would we dance, write, sing, or volunteer more? How would we raise our children differently if once a week we shared a bit of adventure or a hobby with them like we were both 9 years old? Again, lots of good questions there to ponder. Creative sparks. How much wonder is missing from our world because we are driving the creative spark out of children and making them afraid to take chances? Do you have a tiny, remaining spark that might be fanned into a flame? I say, get to it. Dive in. The website you are looking at was exactly that kind of impulse for me. 2 years ago I was spiraling downward with the negative 24-hour news cycle. I'm usually such an optimist, so things must have gotten pretty bad. The fear and shame in the media was really getting to me. Then one day I had a few hours to kill waiting for one of my kids in an airport, and I combed the World Wide Web for a place I could find smart, fact-checked, positive web content, someplace without all the mediocre fluff and crazy advertising ploys. To my astonishment, 3 hours of search revealed nothing. Oh, I can't say I found nothing. I found hundreds of websites that anointed themselves as positive and helpful, or featuring good news, but all had some sort of agenda, and the best of them had such bizarre advertising clutter that I couldn't stay engaged. A few days later, courage mustered, I set out to create the website I was looking for, and now 700 articles later, this website is visited regularly by people from 190 countries. Who knew? Now we publish one article every day here to prove this is still an amazing world. Here's a collage that covers just the tip of the iceberg of our articles. Now again, thank you Sir Ken for reminding us of our potential to create something out of nothing at any time in our lives. If you have children, insist on creative curriculums. To make the most of the passions early in life, creativity doesn't have to involve standard art materials. Creativity can include things like coming up with an idea to solve a local problem. It can be starting a really unusual Instagram account. Creativity can take the form of working with people who have disabilities, or the art of comforting others through conversation, generosity, or volunteering. Picasso said, all children are born artists. You don't grow out of it, you're taught out of it. Sir Ken Robinson. We can rekindle those sparks. Well, that's all a lot to think about today, folks, all with the goal of hoping you will rekindle your original creative spirit. Scroll down to the bottom of this page if you want a little more inspiration. Head to our homepage to start a little journey into the positive aspects of our world. Oh, and if you want to check out more of the best TED Talks on the web, we have curated many of our favorites for you here. Visit our EWC favorite TED Talk page. Meanwhile, stay open, curious and hopeful. Dr. Linda.